It's really crooked.
I think it's the light.
The whole first time I would be. The whole first part of the episode.
Now it seems taller.
What do you mean it's taller? There.
There we go.
Shablam,
So
right? Guess who's back in the frame? Hey everybody, it's Miz Cracker, and it's time for Review with a Jew! RuPaul's Drag Race Season 10, Episode 12. The one that I'm not in. Asia gives my favorite kind of apology. She's sorry that she said what she meant. Time for the mini challenge! But actually there's no time for the mini challenge because today the girls have one of the biggest maxi challenges of the entire season. Fittingly, because this is Hello, the Top 4. They have to get in there, rearrange a few things and make sure that everyone is, you know, impressed. It's season 10, goddammit. The girls are gonna take RuPaul's American and rewrite the lyrics for themselves, record and perform the whole thing with guidance and choreography from who else? Todrick Hall. Now, I don't think it's any secret that my lyrics would be American, red, white, and Jew. I feel like I don't even have to describe this to you because we literally just saw the same thing with Kitty Girl in All Stars 3. The girls struggle a little bit, but by hook or by crook, they make it, goddammit. These girls are not idiots. Well, let's skip right to the choreographies. Caitlin, we have to return this ring light.
Okay, I know, I'm gonna take my nose to bleed.
They struggle a little bit with the choreography. Eureka's like, no, I have PTSD. Cameron's like, go, 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 go. And we know he's gonna do it. He always does it. I watched Aquaria learn choreography all season long. I am not shocked to find out that she is great at picking up choreo. Plot spoiler! Plot spoiler. It's like calling it an alert twist. Alert twist! Can I get something for you ladies? Yeah, I guess I'll have an alert twist, I guess. It's like a coffee and citron, right?
A coffee and citron? Coffee and tequila mixed together?
The one with the bumblebee on it makes a coffee tequila. You know that Baskin & Robbins has more than 31 flavors, but they call themselves 31 flavors. Enough of that. They've done the recording. We know how it goes. There's struggles, there's triumphs, there's a jump cut. Everyone does a great job. Aquaria is wearing an outfit that is, it's cuntier than an actual vagina. And she has learned from Cameron that nothing wins a lip sync battle like a center split. Shablam. Asia holds a little bit more still, but I think she almost made America cry when she said her name was etched in sorrow, and now it's blasting in lights. We do know that she has a troubled past, and her ability to bring that all together in a few words, stunning! Eureka is a slapstick comedian. An elephant, what are you gonna be? Chris Farley. Cameron was like, boop, bop, bam, you know. The like backup dancers were like doing semaphore, gay semaphore for like, this is cunty. But Asia was all about personal growth. Cameron was all about America and such as coming together, which I'm here for that, except for the following cities in North Carolina. Personally, I think it's clear who's been my favorite all season since basically episode 2. That really hot backup dancer right in the back, that one right there. Who you think you're fooling? He's the other. I think the podcast came earlier. It's called Splenda Tea with Michelle Visage and RuPaul. Doesn't matter, we can do it whatever order.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. We can do it whatever order we want to because this is Review with a Jew. I can rewrite history. All the girls talk about the hardships that have made them into the drag queens that they are today. Eureka is threatened every day with the loss of a parent. Asia has already lost her parents. Cameron has lost one of his, and Aquaria has to come up with a new outfit for Suzanne Barsh at least once a week. And then it's time for the runways. Aquaria in her renovated Vixen Denim and Diamonds gown. Spectacular. Asia's gown was, for me, exactly my aesthetic. Nefertiti, but like from the future. That's retro futurism, and I am 100% here for it. Is there such thing as a lavender nude illusion? Is that something that like avatars have? It perfectly matches the lavender of the room. I have noticed that Cameron will wear a dress with glue-on features, but as Mrs. Potato Head, I am the queen of glue-on features. I am not here to judge. Harkening back to Monet Exchange's Cher illusion, Eureka is wearing a white tube dress. When Thomas Edison was struggling to invent the light bulb, he famously said, I haven't failed 1,001 times to make the light bulb. I have found 1,001 ways not to make a light bulb. Eureka, this is definitely one of the 1,001 ways not to make a dress, but it is still fucking funny. And I am willing to sacrifice fashion for a joke, as seen here. I know, but I still like it. Time for the critiques. This next portion of the show is brought to you by Boy Butter. The judges go up and down the line and gently jerk off each one of the top 4. I'm like Rihanna, this is what I came for. I want to hear why the judges like each of these girls, because we are about to make the biggest decision we will make as a community until season 11 airs. Oh, it's on? Oh, I'll be right there. No one makes the audience belly laugh like Eureka. No one could stab someone in the lip sync like Cameron. No one paints herself for an outfit like Aquaria. And god damn it, she has a few tricks up her sleeve. And no one's in charge of the girls like Asia. She is a pageant bitch. She came prepared to fight like Vixen. Oh, they do the picture thing. Everyone's like, there I am when I was young and I blah blah blah. I had a whole speech planned for myself. One day in 9th grade, a bunch of dudes threw a bottle of beer at my head and screamed, F***. I was so afraid that they were right. I couldn't figure out what that meant. If I could tell my younger self one thing, it was that that means great things. If somebody calls you by that name with hate, it means that something is making you stand out. And standing out in America today, especially, is not a bad thing. Anywho, I'm not gonna judge the girls for what they said to themselves, what they said to each other, what they wrote in their lyrics. It is not my job. I'm gonna leave it to you to decide who should be America's next superstar. I can bleep it, because no one should have to hear the word. So here's what really is important to me. The reunion. All those angry one-liners that people have been storing up and repeating to themselves in the shower for 6 months are finally gonna be put to good use. So in the spirit of the reunion, I want to go back through the episodes and name the top 5 behind-the-scene moments that I didn't get to talk about. Number 1, Vixen's hip pads. No, it's not what you think. Episode 1, Vixen and I ended up in a huge mega battle, and I thought that she was my mortal enemy. It took me overnight to realize the fact that Vixen was actually trying to bring me the real tea like property sales. That very morning before the camera started rolling, Vixen realized she didn't have hip pads. I walked over with a pair of my hip pads to be like, here bitch. That moment was what allowed me to build a foundation for the friendship that I would have with Vixen to this very day. Number 2, Blair St. Very determined. When Blair St. Clair walked into the workroom, I was sure I was gonna be able to crush that little dust mote in my hands. But when we were rehearsing for the Farmer Rusical, Blair St. Clair injured her foot very badly. Pushed through, did not complain once, through hours and hours of rehearsal. When I found out, I was like, wow, this girl has true grit like a Coen film. Number 3, Yuha's departure. When Yuha had to lip sync for her life, this was such an incredible moment for me. I came up to Yuha and gave her a hug. All I'm trying to say is that no matter how different you are in your hometown, under the right stress, you'll realize how much you actually have in common. If you're a drag queen and there are barriers between you and the other queens in your community, try to realize that they are very circumstantial. Number 4, meeting Monique Hart. When you first arrived, you are completely alone. There are no other Drag Race girls except for somehow I saw a very tall homosexual disappear around a corner in my hotel. I had that feeling. We are here to do this. It's official now. Monique Hart will always be the emblem of my first moments in the Drag Race world. Number 5, Monet wouldn't exchange her for anything. Nobody believes I did not know. Monet Exchange was on season 10. Monet Exchange said that she was going to Mexico on a vacation. I was like, all right, bitch. Next day, Monet Exchange is delivering us an Insta story in Mexico. Actually, what is going on? So I was like, there is no possible way she could be getting ready for Drag Race. It wasn't until I was walking down the halls getting ready to enter the workroom for the first time when I heard I knew Monet Exchange, really the Wookiee of this Star Wars, was on set. This is definitely crooked.
I can't.
It's like, I don't see it moving, but it is, right? Monet Exchange and I have a great story arc. Oh, it moved. It moved. Okay. We started a show 3 years ago at a small bar on the far west side of New York City. This fall, we will be doing a national tour. Back in that tiny bar, we could never have imagined that any of this would happen, but here we are. So I'm gonna leave you today with this life lesson. Don't think about what you imagine is possible. Think about what you want. Because if we had said, oh girl, I don't see how it could happen, we would have blocked ourselves from probably what's gonna be one of the most fun experiences of our life. I cannot wait for the reunion. The Real Housewives of RuPaul's Drag Race are about to get deep on your ass. I hope you cleaned out. Go watch! And when you want to talk about it a little bit, come to me, because next week there will be an all-new review with a Jew. I'm not stupid.
Right.
I'm stupid.